Half-Life Alyx, a giant middle finger to the Half-Life community? Do you own a VR set? Did you know that Valve has launched a VR set? No? Well, let's talk about it.
Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel presents.
Good morning and welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System.
Now, don't get me wrong, as one of the people who was introduced to Half-Life when I was much smaller and cuter version of me, I was amazed by the fact that a shooter game can have such an interesting scenario. A story about a scientist that had a really bad case of Mondays, shall we say, when one day at work the experiment goes horribly wrong and, well, spoiler alert, aliens start to invade the base, and if that was not the worst thing ever, your government has sent in units to wipe out everything, and I mean everything. So if you don't follow, that includes you, aka Gordon Freeman. The gods prove that a nerd with a goatee is one sexy bitch.
You're goddamn right.
So why, after one of the most successful sequels in the gaming universe and years of limbo, with an IP that only recently has seen the release of Black Mesa, which I still cannot believe Valve agreed to be released and published, we get a VR game just a few days after the release of Doom Eternal, which is one of the best FPS titles ever to be released, which is currently crushing both the competition on the marketplace and all the reviews. And we get a VR game for Half-Life. Well, unfortunately, I feel like someone at Valve did not get their yearly bonus, so they gathered employees and created a flagship product for a VR set that can cost you more than $1,000. I mean, all things considered, it's still cheaper than an iPhone, but god damn. You see, I am not one of the people who hopes that Valve will be publishing games anymore, because I understand their current business situation, and as one of the major retailers of games, they just don't have to. Plus, since the release of Half-Life 2 on the 16th of November 2004, people have been constantly asking about Half-Life 3. Hell, even the episodes released after Half-Life 2 ended at the second episode on a giant cliffhanger. So why this? Why release a game for an IP so legendary and put it on a platform that 98% of market does not have or own or plan to purchase? Well, you see, it's the same case as Fallout 76 for Bethesda, FIFA for EA Games, Assassin's Creed for Ubisoft, Call of Duty for Activision. It's the loyalty to the IP generated by the time long forgotten when, if you came across a microtransaction in a game, you were actually considering, maybe I might get that add-on, compared to today when you don't want to play a game as it has ton of paywalls and you stand zero chance with basic gear in multiplayer match versus a dude that dished out $120 for a Star Wars Battlefront pack where he is running around with some freaky overpowered gun one-shotting you. So why do I think Half-Life Alyx is a giant middle finger to the fans? Well, you can look at it from the comic point of view, where you think of those memes where whoever asks Gabe Newell about release date for Half-Life 3, he postpones it by 6 months, so by now we are looking at something like 21-22 release date, or you can look at it from a fiscal point of view. They created a product that nobody wanted, so they gave the customers a reason to get it. Problem is, based on the reviews and feedback of people on YouTube, it's actually one of the best VR titles that has been released. Sure, there are some issues like the combine intelligence not creating as challenging scenarios when trying to deal with them, as based on the footage I saw, people are able to throw a grenade to their feet and combine soldiers just look at it and wait for it to blow. Or the occasional motion sickness I heard about from channels like the Angry Joe. And they even showed clips that you can catch a headcrab as it's lunging itself onto you trying to eat your brains. How cool is that? That can be totally implemented as a sort of, I don't know, a click button on the keyboard action. You press E or F or something in order to catch the headcrab in midair and then just pop it full of bullets so it will leave your head attached to your body.
Yeah, actually you can.
OJ. Perfect. Hey, you got him.
I mean, for Christ's sake, sure, Valve is no longer owning the share of marketplace they used to. Due to loss of sales thanks to platforms like Epic Games with their exclusive deals and titles, they are forced to expand their catalog of products. And we all know that nobody would give a damn about Nintendo Switch if Pokemon or Zelda games were released onto it. But is one title enough to self-Valve index? I mean, look at YouTube walkthroughs. Most of the channels will actually tell you they are not playing this even on index. But some other VR said they got their hands on. So already the objective to sell more units is mute.
Whatever,
domino effect.
you baby, and I put the thing on within 45 minutes on the index. I was nauseous.
Refresh rate is much better than the Oculus Rift S, but for some reason, the Oculus Rift S was so much more comfortable and easy to play through, and so that was our preferred headset for going through nearly
I'd
the
rather
entire game.
take some of the hits on the visual side, but I was able to play a lot longer.
And lots of people will want to experience the game. If Half-Life Alyx would get a port for PC, I guarantee to you that gamers would most likely defecate their pants as an unfortunate reaction for waiting 14 years for a title set in the Half-Life universe, as they would be so ecstatic. And this is why I think Half-Life Alyx is such a middle finger to the fans of the IP. The story is so nicely done, it can be considered canon, and it might fill in gaps on what happened in City 17 before Gordon got there 5 years later as the story of Half-Life 2 unfolds. I know I would want to play it. Who knows, maybe when this whole corona thing will pass, there will be internet cafe in my town with a VR set. Sure, I will probably have to dip it in a tank of antibacterial detergent, despite the fact that it's actually a virus, but then I might be able to try it. But for now, I will have to watch those few chosen ones who managed to upload it onto YouTube, as they were able to experience a story that some people would give their left nut or kidney for if they can run it on their PC. So yeah, overall I feel like the gaming industry is turning into this abusement of old IPs that people grew up with and can recall all those great moments, compared to today where Blizzard CEO had to issue an apology for the terrible performance of Warcraft Reforged. So that is my opinion. I cannot blame Valve as they are still a business, and if they are sitting on a stock of VR sets, they have the choice to try and sell it. But I still think this is a giant middle fingers to us as fans of the Half-Life universe, as honestly, even if the game would suck, I believe people would still love it thanks to the closure we would be able to get after almost 15 years of waiting, and some are still waiting and will never get that closure. Now, on the final note, I would like to say that most of the footage used for Alyx has been used from other channels. Obviously, I don't have the hardware to run this thing, and I don't plan on it. Therefore, I will be posting links to the videos in the description, as I hope there will be no hard feelings, as I really wanted to put this video out there before probably hundreds of others will feel the same. Who knows? I just might be able to accumulate some views for my channel and get some traffic going there after all. But I would like to thank you for watching this video, and let us hope that Gabe will one day learn how to count to 3.
Hello, I'm Gabe Newell. You've just achieved first blood. Thanks and have fun.
Let's try double kill with bloodlust!
Yeah.
Hello, this is Gabe Newell. Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
The line is triple kill. Triple, 3, as in you've killed 3 heroes.
I don't understand.
Just say 3. 3 kills, triple, 3 heroes. 3.
But what's my motivation?
Your motivation is 3 kills. Just give me anything. Anything you want. Say whatever, okay? I don't care.
You've killed more than 2 people and less than 4.
Yeah, you know, that's technically right.
Thank you, and see you on the next one.